Alright, so most people in the gym don't yet know their full capability. They don't realise just how far they can push themselves. They often stop at the first sign of discomfort or mistake that burning sensation in the muscle for true fatigue without realising their own innate potential. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 keys to training to failure the right way, what it really means, how to reach it, and when to use it. First, we need to lay down the foundation of tracking your reps. If you're not tracking them, you'll lose sight of your progress. You should train with the aim of competing against your previous session. Hit failure close to the numbers you achieved last time. Without this, the other points we're discussing today become a bit pointless. Some people make progress without tracking reps, but usually they hit a plateau at some stage. Tracking is just a good habit. It gives you awareness of your progress, your program, and how to keep moving forward. You might feel like you're working hard, but if the numbers in your log aren't going up, you're not progressing. You're just going in circles, especially as a beginner, since early improvements are usually weekly. Here's the important part. If half those reps are sloppy or you're not focusing on the muscle working, they aren't effective. That's the difference between moving a weight around and truly training to failure. Which brings us on to point 2, understanding what failure actually means. Technical failure is when you just can't get another clean rep with proper form. Absolute failure is when the weight simply won't move no matter what you do. For most people, especially beginners, they should aim for technical failure. That's where the real progress happens. This is so you don't perform sloppy reps and risk injury. Absolute failure, that's something you explore later, once you've got the experience to handle it safely. Some exercises are better suited for absolute failure, and there are techniques to push a bit further, but only if done correctly. One of the easiest ways to get there safely is using more stable exercises that let you focus on the muscle you want to work rather than worrying about balance or coordination. When chasing failure, it's easy for another muscle to give out first. Other muscles can tire before the one you actually want to work. This cuts your set short and leaves the target muscle underworked. Stable exercises actually solve that problem. They lock the movement in, letting you actually target the muscles you want to hit. Squats are a good example. A standard barbell squat will target your quads, but often your lower back will give out first, especially if you're new. Swap to a Smith machine squat and suddenly your quads will take center stage. Even small tweaks matter. Move your feet further forward on the Smith machine, which feels more like a hack squat. This means there'll be less hip hinge where your back is more upright, which encourages more quadricep engagement. Whereas if you place your feet more under you, then you get a deeper knee bend and stretch. Adjusting your foot placement changes how much your quads stretch and how long they're under tension for. Something you can't do as easily with a free barbell squat. The fixed bar path gives you that stability and your quads take the load without other muscles holding you back. With a bar path fixed, just worry about bracing against the bar and pushing through with your legs. I don't have a hack squat or leg press in my studio, but if you have access to one, it does the same job, driving most of the force through your quads. However, you can mix it up. Do a free barbell squat to build up skill and strength on one day, and on your other sessions, switch it up to the Smith machine. You can still work on your lower back weakness with barbell squats. This way, you get the best of both worlds. Even with stable exercises, many people fall into a trap. They feel the burn and think the muscle has failed. But that burning sensation isn't actually failure. It's your muscles producing hydrogen ions and other byproducts as they work hard. This makes the muscle more acidic, which is what causes the burn. Here's why this happens. When you push a muscle, it needs energy to keep contracting. Normally, oxygen helps supply this energy, which is part of the aerobic system. But when the muscle demands energy faster than oxygen can provide, it relies on anaerobic glycolysis. Basically, it's tapping into your sugar stores for quick energy because oxygen alone can't keep up. This system is quick and powerful, but produces hydrogen ions that lower the pH in the muscle, and that contributes to the burning sensation. So yes, the burn feels intense, but it doesn't mean the muscle has actually failed. True failure is when the muscle physically can't contract anymore no matter how much you want it to. Take the leg extension as an example. If the lever arm is positioned further back, your quads start in a more stretched position. They stay under tension for longer, which makes the burn kick in sooner. Move the lever slightly forward, and then there's less stretch at the bottom. Your quads won't burn out as quickly, which lets you push closer to true failure because discomfort forces you to stop. High rep sets also increase the burn because the muscle stays under tension for longer. You can also use short rest pauses on exercises like dumbbell curls. Pause briefly, let some of those hydrogen ions dissipate, and squeeze out a few extra reps without losing form. Your body naturally clears these byproducts once you rest or reduce the intensity. Here's a key takeaway. Don't confuse the burning sensation with failure. If you stop there, you sell yourself short. Push intelligently and you'll reach true failure, where the muscle growth really happens. This brings us on to the final point. You don't need to chase failure on every set, since not all exercises are equal. Some are safer to push harder on, while others require caution. Take the lateral raises as an example. They're a lighter isolation movement. When you reach failure, the reps just shorten or slow down, and there's very little risk. Compare that to the Romanian deadlift, where grinding out those last reps can be dangerous. Once fatigue sets in, it's harder to maintain that spinal position. Your hamstrings stop working effectively and your lower back takes the strain. In this case, the risk outweighs the reward. Machines, cables, and the Smith machine can give extra safety when you want to push harder. Another effective technique is rest pause training. Take the pull-ups as an example. Do as many reps as you can and then go to technical failure. Pause for 10 to 15 seconds, then squeeze out a few more reps. This keeps the set alive without letting your form break down. And finally, remember, recovery matters. If you've got a couple days off before training that muscle again, you can push harder. But if you're back in the gym tomorrow, leave a rep or two in reserve. It's about intensity, not recklessly overdoing it. So that's some of the key points of training to failure. Depending on your experience in the gym, it's best to introduce these elements gradually. Training to failure is a powerful tool, but it's something you learn over time, a bit of trial and error, and mostly by listening to your body and how it responds. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe for more practical advice. Leave a question or comment below with any topics you want me to cover next. Thanks for watching, and I hopefully see you next time.